You, as a rugby fan, know that this is one of those debates that divides supporters but also makes us love this sport even more. So, let's get straight to the point. Who is the greatest fullback of all time? The maestro Billy Slater, with his explosive speed and incredible game-reading ability, or the legendary Darren Lockyer, with his unmatched leadership and strategic brilliance on the field? Today, we'll dive into the careers of both players, explore the impact they had on the NRL, and, of course, debate who left the most enduring legacy in Australian rugby. Who was more decisive in critical moments? Who had the most lasting influence on the game? You're about to find out. But before we start, have you checked if your notification bell is turned on? You wouldn't want to miss any updates about the world of rugby, would you? So, hit that bell and join me in this epic comparison of legends. Billy Slater. You've probably heard of Billy Slater, the fullback who took the game to another level. Considered by many to be the greatest fullback in NRL history, Billy wasn't just a fast and skillful player but also a strategic leader who knew how to dominate any game. But what really set Billy Slater apart and made such an impact on the NRL? Billy Slater was a master at reading the game. He had a sharp game vision, always one step ahead of the opposition. What made him unique was his ability to predict what would happen on the field and position himself in the right place to intercept passes or make the decisive tackle. His speed, of course, was another major weapon. Slater didn't just run fast. He knew when to use his acceleration at the exact moment, breaking defensive lines and creating space for his team. His positioning on the field was impeccable. He didn't just run along the attack line. He managed the entire field as though he had a 360-degree view of the game. Slater wasn't just about individual skill. He was undoubtedly one of the pillars of Melbourne Storm. Throughout his career, Slater not only shone as a player, but became the true leader of the team. And what about you? Have you seen this legend showcasing his mastery on the field? Do you remember any of his iconic plays? Let me know in the comments so I can see if you're truly a big fan of his. His presence on the field lifted the level of everyone around him, turning the Storm into a genuine powerhouse in the NRL. Slater had an immediate impact on the NRL when he joined the Storm. With his playing style, he helped redefine the fullback position, which had previously been viewed as more of a defensive role. Slater showed the world that the fullback could also be a dangerous attacking player, capable of deciding games just as often as the outfield players. Alongside players like Cameron Smith and Cooper Cronk, Slater was a key figure in several Storm victories, including 4 NRL premiership titles. His ability to make a difference in critical moments was vital to the team's success. Slater became synonymous with excellence at the Storm, and his leadership was crucial in cementing the team as one of the greatest dynasties in NRL history. But Billy Slater's impact extends beyond the Melbourne Storm. He was also a central figure in the Australian national team, where he showcased all of his potential in international competitions. Slater participated in multiple Rugby League World Cups, helping Australia secure titles and standing out as one of the world's best players. In his international career, Slater lived up to his reputation, not just with his attacking ability, but also with his defensive solidity. He was a true leader on the field, guiding his teammates during pressure moments. His influence in the national team was unquestionable, and he helped Australia maintain its dominance in world rugby. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit like. It helps me bring more videos like this and share the legacy of great NRL players with more rugby fans. Before Billy Slater, the fullback was seen as more of a defensive player, often staying back to protect the try line and launching sporadic counterattacks. But Billy changed that perception. He proved that the fullback could be the most complete player in the team, someone who didn't just defend, but also created opportunities, attacked, and decided games. He redefined the position, becoming the first modern fullback. He didn't just cope with pressure, he put pressure on the opposition. His quick counterattacks and creative plays became trademarks, and his ability to adjust in real time demonstrated a level of game intelligence that few players have ever reached. Billy Slater is more than just a great player. He's a living legend of the NRL. His impact on the fullback position and the NRL as a whole is immeasurable. He was one of the biggest contributors to changing the paradigm of fullbacks, showing the world that this position could be one of the most dynamic and decisive in the game. No matter how rugby evolves, Billy Slater's legacy will be remembered as one of the greatest influences in NRL history. He wasn't just the best in his position, but one of the greatest players in the league as a whole. Now, the question that everyone's asking, was he greater than Darren Lockyer? Let's find out now. Darren Lockyer. Darren Lockyer is, without a doubt, one of the greatest legends the NRL has ever seen. His journey began in 1995 when he debuted for the Brisbane Broncos, and it quickly became clear that he had something special. From the start, Lockyer showed a unique ability to read the game, create plays, and, of course, decide important matches. He began as a fullback and dominated the position with his game vision and ability to perform in both defense and attack. It didn't take long for him to be recognized as one of the best in the league. Throughout his career, Lockyer played an incredible 355 games for the Broncos, a record at the time of his retirement. He scored 123 tries and was pivotal in 4 NRL title wins: 1997, 1998, 2000, and 2006. In each of these campaigns, Lockyer showed why he was such a special player, delivering match-winning performances and leading his team both on and off the field. One of the most iconic moments of his career was the transition from fullback to 5'8" in 2004. This change would have been challenging for any player, but Lockyer not only adapted but became even more dominant. As a 5'8", he began to control the tempo of the game, assuming an even greater leadership role in the team. His iconic moments in the NRL are numerous, but some games stand out. In the 1998 Grand Final, Lockyer was crucial in the Broncos' victory over the Canterbury Bulldogs. Then in the 2006 Final, he led the team to an emotional victory against the Melbourne Storm, showcasing his class in high-pressure moments. And who can forget his heroic farewell in 2011 when he kicked a match-winning drop goal despite having a broken jaw? That's the stuff of legends. In addition, Lockyer was a key figure in the State of Origin, representing Queensland 36 times and being instrumental during the Maroons' era of 8 consecutive victories. He wasn't just a player. He was the type of leader who inspired confidence in the entire team. For the Australian national team, he played 59 games, scored 35 tries, and led the country to 2 World Cup victories. He was the heart of the team at any level he played. Another point that sets Lockyer apart is his durability. Playing at the highest level for 17 years is something few athletes can achieve. He overcame challenges like injuries and changes in the dynamics of the sport, but he always reinvented himself to remain competitive. The consistency and longevity of his career are an example for any player, and his records remain a milestone in the history of the league. Now, when talking about Darren Lockyer, it's impossible not to compare him to another rugby league great, Billy Slater. Both dominated the sport in different ways, but each brought unique qualities. While Slater was an attacking fullback, known for his electrifying runs and natural attacking instinct, Lockyer shone as a complete strategist, capable of influencing all aspects of the game. And when it comes to deciding who is the greatest, it's a tough choice. Lockyer is remembered for his leadership, flawless positional transitions, and his ability to perform in key moments. Slater, on the other hand, revolutionized the fullback role with his speed and creativity. But if we look at the overall impact, Darren Lockyer seems to have the edge. Not only did he shine individually, but he also elevated the level of his teammates and left an enormous legacy both as a player and as a leader. So, what do you think? Does Darren Lockyer deserve the title of the greatest of all time? Or do you think Billy Slater takes the crown? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to stay updated on everything Rugby League. See you next time.